Okay, day 53 of 365 days of meditation, and today was the first meditation I've done back at home in a few days. I've been traveling for the holidays to go see family, um, so I meditated in, I guess, what's been my usual spot for, the majority of the 53 days so far. I got up this morning and I really didn't want to meditate, and I put it off and I put it off and I put it off. And the evening came around and I still didn't want to meditate. Like, really, really, really did not want to. I was feeling quite anxious. I think over the last week, haven't got a ton of sleep just from traveling and visiting with people, and my sleep schedule's been totally out of whack. I was sick prior to the holidays as well, so hadn't been exercising much. We had a snowstorm, so I hadn't been exercising much. I think the combination of poor sleep, not enough sleep, a irregular sleep-wake cycle, and little to no exercise and little to no time outside really started taking a toll on me today. And yeah, just felt anxious. So eventually the evening rolled around and I did get into meditation. I actually just wrapped it up about 5 minutes ago. I meditated, I think, for about 50 minutes, which is actually quite a short meditation for me, or at least, compared to the length of the other meditations over the past 53 days. But it was a doozy. Sat down, as I said, feeling very anxious, and yeah, just practiced sort of that acceptance technique of whatever emotional state comes up, whatever thought comes up, whatever memory comes up, whatever feeling comes up, just acknowledging it, accepting it. And it was not at all easy today. Feeling anxious like that, yeah, ended up just in a bit of an emotional purge. Crying, sobbing, weeping, you name it. I think I have evidence of it here on my shirt. I don't know if that's tears or saliva or boogers. But yeah, it was that type of cry. Anyway, other than that, I felt probably the most difficult thing during these sort of acceptance practice was just like acknowledging and accepting the fact that or reconciling, I guess, or trying to wrestle with, I don't even know if I accepted it, but wrestling with the idea that struggles with mental health are not like physical pain inflicted by someone else. They are mental and emotional pain inflicted on myself, by myself, in some sense. And so that was the practice today, was just wrestling with that idea that, the idea came up in my head that, not just right now, but all the times, especially when I was younger, when it got really intense and it lasted for years and years, the idea that, this suffering was inflicted by myself. And this sense that, that's a real hard thing to accept and wrestle with, think about, acknowledge. And also, there's one other bit, which was the idea that it's really hard to trust yourself when it's your own brain playing the tricks on you, so to speak. If you've ever suffered or experienced extremely poor mental health, either in the form of anxiety or depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, maybe something else, it becomes increasingly difficult to trust yourself, trust your thoughts, trust what you believe, trust any of it, because the information that was relayed to me was sort of untrustworthy in the sense that, excuse me, in the sense that it created a lot of suffering. So it's almost like you don't want to trust your own brain, because your brain has led you down a path of great depression, anxiety, fear, suffering, pain, misery, you name it, almost to the, the edge, right on the precipice of suicide. And it's hard to I guess acknowledging that my thoughts are what led me there. It's hard to trust my brain and the thoughts that it produces when it's produced thoughts that had fairly devastating consequences for the quality of my life, and at one point almost led to the end of it. So I guess that was today's meditation. I don't really have a conclusion I wound up at. I probably could have meditated on this a little bit longer, but yeah, I mean, I didn't even want to meditate to begin with, and so 50 minutes or so was more than enough. A solid emotional purge for a significant period of that was more than enough, and I probably could have sat until I was a little more settled with the idea of not trusting my own brain, not trusting my own thoughts, and causing my own suffering, in the sense that it was my own mind causing the suffering. But I didn't have the mental or emotional bandwidth to sit any longer today. So I don't know if that's a cop-out. I don't know if I bailed early today. I don't know if I followed through with my original plan of sitting there and meditating until, I was loving my life. Because I can't say honestly that I felt that way by the end of the meditation today. Maybe felt a little bit better than when I sat down in it. I don't know if better is the word, but different. I feel less anxious now, but somehow more conflicted and angry. So far cry from being in love with your life, I guess, but I can't do any more today. I can't. I don't want to. I'm sure I could, but I don't want to. And I don't know. I'm learning to strike a balance between forcing myself to do something that I don't want to and not pushing beyond a point that's healthy. And I don't even know what that point is, or if there is such a point, or if I should just keep going on in the meditation instead of stopping. I don't know. I'm just frustrated thinking about it right now, to be honest. So here I am rambling to the camera, and I don't even want to talk to the camera. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. So, day 53. Day 53 was pick your expletive. Anyway, I sat down, I showed up, I did it. So, tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow will be better. I'm sure of that. So, that's it for today. If you're struggling with your mental health at all, if you're feeling the way I'm feeling today, maybe, or worse, or maybe slightly better, but just not able to cope with it. If you're anxious or worried or depressed or just not able to cope with your mental emotional state, talk to somebody. I do have people in my life I can talk to. I do have somebody I already sort of talked to a little bit about this before I meditated. and probably will more so after. So, and here I am talking to the camera. So, yeah, that's it. Nothing else to say. We'll see what day 54 tomorrow brings. I'm done with this day. I'm done with the video. Thanks for watching.